Why are they doing this again? Those were my first thoughts when I heard Type Soul was coming back. With those thoughts, all the pain and suffering this game has brought me shot back into my head. The process of getting stage 1 done and the many hours I spent endlessly fighting my Bankai. I had hoped they would let this game just die, but no. Friends that were in the little testing phase before the game re-released telling me that the game wasn't changing much and that the new stuff they were adding were extremely mid. So I asked myself again, why are they trying to bring this back from the grave? Well, obviously for money, but would people really hop on the game and grind the way they did back when it was going? Yes, they would. In this video, I'm going to talk about all the improvements and the negatives of current Type Soul and compare them to how it was back in the day. I've spent many moons shackled to my computer chair, trying my best to make Type Soul's progression an interesting thing to talk about. That's where the Menoses were. Buford! You listening? Now get this. That's when the Soul Reapers had to go reallocate. Instead, I'm completely cutting the progression part of the video and we're immediately moving on to balancing. I gotta start with speed, bro. Compared to now, speed was the most unbalanced shit in the game. Easy to play, lots of damage, and at the time, it didn't even drain that much ray. You could put speed in the hands of a normal player, bro, and they would look like they're top in the verse, bro. You walk up to them, oh my god, please don't kill me. Let me give you some specifics real quick so I can paint this picture in your head. Fast Fang wasn't blockable at all. It also did more damage. It had less end lag on it. Waterfall Dance had full hyper armor on it, so you couldn't cancel it at all. Spectre Step, God forbid you blocked it, because if you did, all your posture was basically gone. And I'm not even talking about skill boxes. So you have a skill tree that makes a person fast as hell, has moves that auto aim and do lots of posture damage, and has lots of damage on top of that. And the ray drain wasn't as bad compared to now. And this shit on top of all the Shikai and partial moves you could use and have in your kit was stupid. People with blood walking around doing all your posture and chunking you and healing for free, because it's just free. It's the freest skill tree. Well, it was the free skill tree in the game. It's still obnoxious, especially with moves like Time Cut being in the game, but it's only extremely annoying when you're fighting a speed user who knows how to play speed. You gotta have a hit and run play style to fully utilize speed, and it's beatable, but I'm just sick of seeing it everywhere. Now, Hakuda back in old Type Soul was crazy as shit, but it was so slept on due to how prevalent speed was. Old Hakuda does everything that current Hakuda does, but the main differences are it did more damage, and when I said did more damage, I mean did more damage. I just spoke like a Neanderthal. Me and my friends literally made up a joke called the Hakuda jump scare due to how fast your HP can drop just from a couple of moves. There are moves in the game that can make Hakuda even stronger, like Sarah Grab as an example. You can hit it and it will confirm an up tilt. And when you used to use Flying Dragon in the air, you could immediately get another air combo because it didn't have any end lag on it. You mainly only saw Laroncars go on Hakuda back in the day because Shunko was completely cheeks. It only lasted like what, 7 to 8 seconds, and if you didn't hit anybody while Shunko was on, your Shunko disappeared and you had it on a 20-second cooldown before you can pop it again. And them Quincy claws, bro, sure, some people used it, but if you wanted to fully utilize Hakuda, it made more sense to go around car. Hakuda is a shell of his former self, bro. Update after update after update. It just keeps shooting this poor skill tree down. And don't get me wrong, it's still good, but you have to try so much harder just to squeeze out a W against people who know how to fight Hakuda. And that's been the biggest problem with this skill tree, unless you're fighting a Shunko user. Shunko has become so annoying. With it basically not lasting forever and having these crazy behind crits, it's just become too much. Like Lightning Shunko is so annoying at the moment. Wind Shunko is free as hell. Ice Shunko, I don't even want to speak about. Shit is crazy having 2 crits. And now I don't really see Fire Shunko in the game anymore. And that's due because the other ones are completely broken. Now the Kido trees weren't that bad. I'm not going to talk about SR Kido because I didn't really get to see it that much. And Arankar Kido is exactly the same as it is right now. But there's the one tree that haunts me at night. When Type Soul first released, I was slowly making my way through the ranks, grinding. This one single skill tree destroyed me. Man, I just got in this raid. Hey, this Type Soul is so fun. Oh, wait. Yo, there's a Quincy. Wait. There's multiple Quincy's. Oh my god! It was everywhere. Every single Quincy you saw had Quincy Kido. No matter where you went, no matter where you hid, they will find you and harass you because it was broken. Dare I say it was better than speed. If you saw them in packs, it was over. If you didn't have Quincy Kido yourself, you lost. If you tried to tell them their shit was broken, it wasn't possible. They couldn't hear you. They were consumed by the power. You put a Quincy Kido user in Soul Society, he's exterminating most people, bro. And they used to raid Soul Society every minute of every hour until they got nerfed. Yeah, when that happened, bro, I was so happy. You best believe I pinged every Quincy I told that this shit was broken, and I said your shit's nerfed now. GG. Kendo is damn near the exact same to how it was back in old type Soul, only that it did more damage back in the day. Out of all the skill trees in the game, Kendo has barely been touched besides some damage tweaks. It's gotten some additions like Horizon Core and Flower Petals, but other than that, it's damn near the same compared to old type Soul. Funny enough, Kendo is the least complained about skill tree in the game. And that's not because it's balanced, but because all the other shit like speed and Hakuda and etc. are completely and blatantly broken. New Type Soul has made amazing improvements to balancing. It still has lots of issues, but we're making steps in the right direction. But with these steps, we often take paths towards the depths, which can lead us towards unfortunate guests. Stay with me now. The current devs have been making great changes to the game, but there are some decisions that leave me thinking, why? Starting with the ease of certain things. I'm happy they made progression easier, but everything's a little too easy. Things like skill boxes, frags, wizard, shit, even getting a Bankai is not a day compared to old type Soul. And do not get me wrong, I'm happy they made it easier, but it's too easy. 13 raids for stage 1, bro? Are you joking? And I know people who just are hoarding skill boxes. They got like 38 in their bank, and it's getting to the point where they're like, please just get these off of me. I don't even want them anymore. They're so common. It's annoying, bro. They used to be so rare. They used to mean something. Now it's just another day. You get a skill box, you're like, oh, I got a skill box, cool. Another one to add to my collection. Another thing, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but the amount of rerolls we are getting are a bad thing. When something is 1% or 0.5%, I shouldn't be seeing it every single match. Remember when Light Res came out and you saw every single Arankar and their mother using it in rank? I could not find another Arankar who wasn't using Light. It's annoying. It kills build diversity. The last thing I want to bring up are some of these updates. Why do they keep reworking stuff that doesn't need to be changed? We got things in the game like Creation, which feels like a clunky mess, with only one move making it good, and a bunch of bugs, but for some reason, the devs are like, yeah, fire Shikai? The Shikai that's perfectly fine with nothing blatantly bad going on with it? Let's just rework it. Like, what, bro? It doesn't make any sense. Why touch something that's perfectly fine? Old Fire didn't have anything wrong with it. We had all these other bugs and issues in the game, like the inventory bug. Let me know in the comments if I'm alone and feeling like this. And if you think I'm geeking, tell me why. Because every person in their mom got 1% now. I see it every match. New Type Soul has made major improvements to the progression and balancing as a whole, but some of the decisions the devs make me question what they're doing. If you watched to this point in the video, like and sub. And I just gotta add this. Thank you so much for all the support in my last video. I've been gone for 9 months and I come back and the video does extremely well. And some of these comments genuinely make me smile, bro. All that shit you said about Carlos, that shit is hilarious. Wouldn't you agree, Carlos?
You know, back in my day, when you'd get on Type Soul, you'd see.
Okay, anyway, I'm gonna try my best to get videos out quicker. I can't be taking like 2 weeks to release an 8-minute video. I can't be doing that. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever, and I'll see you next video.